Hey, welcome back to Old School Beatbox. Today's lesson is on other instruments other than the beatbox. And this is for those of you who want to venture beyond sounding just like the beat of the song, but want to play around with other types of sounds with your mouth that imitate other types of instrumentation. Now, what I like to put is what I like to do is like your bass. You got your lead guitar and what I call a face tune. Now, a face tune is basically really funny because the reason I call it face tune is you're covering your face and you're kind of making a sound to imitate some of the instrumentation you hear on the radio of different instruments, but you're rubbing your face in your face, so it's going. Now, now, if you got a cold, that's going to be kind of messy because you'll be wiping snot all over your face. But if you don't have any moisture coming out your nose, it's going to. Now, what I'm saying is, now that doesn't sound like much when you're doing it without your face tune. Face tune is actually putting your hands to your face. Now, of course, we know that in today's time they've got all kind of fancy keyboards that can do exactly what I'm doing, and that's what's basically moved us vocal sound effects guys out, because now they got a computer doing it and we lost our job. So that's why I'm here on YouTube, just kind of sharing what I used to do adding vocal sound effects that computers have put out of work, and just to have fun with it and just share it with you. So now that's the face tune. Now let's give a guitar. So you started with basically the sound of your mouth, but it's what your hands do that helps it sound more like a guitar. So now that adds a little wah-wah sound to your guitar. Now, of course, you got the bass. Now, that's kind of the bass, one of the kind of basses. And of course, with a microphone, if you're doing this in a real microphone, all of these sound, especially the bass, because you got the amplification of the bass, that as it gives it even a more fun sound. Now, I'll be doing some of these combinations of sounds a little bit later on my mixer so that you can see how these sounds can be layered into a song. Now, that's the end of this particular segment of different types of sounds of other instruments. Now, don't forget the horns. Wait a minute, let's forget the horns. Now, the horns. This depends on your vocal quality. If you've got a high voice, you'd make an excellent trumpet. If you've got a mid-range low voice, you'd make an excellent trombone. So it's kind of like, now trumpet, you know, that kind of thing. So you gotta. Now, if you've got a higher voice, you can really get into maybe it's like a trumpet or saxophone, depending on play around with your voice, because your voice range is what can kind of play around with the types of voices, sounds that you can play around with. So that's the end of the segment of various instrumentations with your voice on one Old School Beatbox. We'll check in next time when we'll put it together with the beatbox and some of these sounds I just did. Hey, I'll see you next time. Fitz Houston out of here. I'm out of here.